Now, before I start this video, and I got these two verses highlighted, I just want to say a quick little, a message here and there. Be like, okay, first and foremost, we as people, especially if you're a parent, we got to break these generational curses that were passed down from our parents and our parents' parents and our parents' parents and so forward. And we got to break them, and we got to show our kids the right way. Unfortunately, there's too many people that are passing down what their fathers and their grandparents down to their kids. You understand? And a lot of these kids are living in poverty areas, or living in areas where they question God, like, where's God at? Why are we living in it? Well, unfortunately, the reason why a lot of us, and I speak to myself too, because I grew up a child, from the slums and from the ghettos, and hand-me-down clothes, and standing in line at food banks and not having nothing to eat. We were the kids on the block where the church would come and hand us out Christmas presents, government cheese, government beans, government bread, all that, food stamps, back when they were in the book, all that, I'm part of that. But, I remember always questioning too, be like, why am I hungry? And these kids, and I would look at these other kids, and they bring, like, back then, like, Lunchables were really popular. Like, they go on vacations and have Lunchables and pack lunches and stuff like that. And we would get packed lunches, but it was like always, like, lower class type stuff. Of course, I grew up in poverty, me and my siblings, and the majority of my family, just like a lot of families out here. But the reason why a lot of us are going through what we're going through is because our parents have angered the Lord. You understand? When you don't follow the Lord's commandments, you start passing that down to the generations next. So let me go ahead and read this. It says, "Wherefore the wrath of the Lord was upon Judah and Jerusalem, and he had delivered them to trouble, to astonishment, and to hissing, as ye see with your eyes. For lo, our fathers have fallen by the sword, and our sons and our daughters and our wives are in captivity for this." You see, you understand, when we cuss, our kids start learning how to cuss. When we want to smoke cigarettes or smoke weed, or drink liquor or something, our kids see that, they want to start following that. These are things that we pass down because they were passed down to us. Um, and poverty too, poverty, you know what I mean. A lot of these kids grow up and they're like, man, why don't I have this, why don't I have that? Well, you got to look at the parents. How are the parents? Are the parents working? Do they have a dad in the house? Do they even have a father figure? And if so, is he working, or is he out in the streets gang banging, selling drugs, or doing drugs, or cheating on your mom? And you got to take all that in consideration. And we see, our parents, live this life, so it's like a habit. These are bad habits. So when it's generational curse is not like some weirdo voodoo stuff. The word curse is more like habits, breaking generational habits, breaking generational bondage that our forefathers have committed when they sinned towards the Lord. You understand? So now it's up to us to cry out to God to deliver us from iniquities that were passed down from our family in family trees. So therefore, we don't pass down to our kids. So we gotta go to the Lord and ask Him to forgive us, to clean us up, and so therefore we can show our kids. But unfortunately, a lot of parents don't do that. I look around, I see kids running the streets, being disobedient. It's just worse and worse and worse. And you got to look at the household and be like, why is this parent allowing this kid to cuss? Why is this parent allowing this kid to already smoke at a young age, or to drink at a young age, or to be hanging out with on the street corners late at night, gang banging? Like, why are the parents allowing that? You know what I mean? We got to break those generational curses, man. And I'm not here to condemn no parent, or put no one down, but you know what? Us as parents, we're going to stand before God. And when we are, it's going to be messed up when we stand before God on the wrong side of judgment, and our kids are with us that are old enough to be judged because they copied us. You understand? So you got to think about that as a parent too. Remember, Jesus Christ is the way, the truth, the life. No man goes to the Father except through Him. Time to break these generational curses. Give your life to Christ, man. Let's teach our kids right. Let's teach our kids the right way. It's cool to go to church and to follow Christ. You know what I mean? Let's teach our kids difference. Remember, Jesus loves you.